Hello, I am Sandrine Felix, Senior Manager of Solutions Marketing, and I'm here today with Neil Richards to talk about Operation Excellence. Hello, Neil.
Hi, Sandrine. Thanks for the welcome and introduction today. Very happy to be here. As you know, operational excellence is at the core of everything that we do at Entegris each and every day. The safety, the quality, and the productivity of our materials is fundamental to our customers. And we do this ultimately in the support of our mission, which is quite simple. We're working every day to become a world-class specialty materials company, working to supply material solutions that enable our customers' technology roadmaps and business performance. We do this by focusing and never being satisfied on the performance of our safety, our quality, and the competitiveness of the materials we supply.
Let me start by asking you why materials are so critical to the next generation of IC devices and systems.
Sure. Well, the new devices that are being manufactured today are continuously shrinking and becoming far more complex and sophisticated. And this requires higher and higher quality and purity in materials, as well as significantly increased quantities of materials. Therefore, if you think about the impact to the performance of those devices, if there was an issue with the material or the amount that's provided, this can have devastating impacts on yield and cost to the fab suppliers. This is even more important when you think about the advanced nodes that we're moving towards, as well as the multi-level devices such as 3D NAND.
So the advanced nodes require new and rapid development of new chemistries to solve challenges. How does that impact the supply chain?
Sure, great question. So when customers are looking to identify suppliers, they need to be thinking about, can I identify a partner who understands what my needs are, who understands the complexity and the importance of these materials, not only in the supply of them, but equally in the development of them, be that through purification or be that through synthesis. Having a deep understanding of what goes into that, being able to sample these materials rapidly, get them back, make improvements, and get them back out to our customers rapidly is critical in the pace and the environment that we're working in. Finally, once those materials are locked in and identified as the preferred material for the solution, having a supplier who is able to ramp their production rapidly, consistently, and reliably is key to performance.
So speed of new product is essential. You touched a little bit on reliability. Tell me more about it.
Sure. Having the right materials is the starting point. Thereafter, our customers expect those materials on time and at the right amounts and volumes all the time. So understanding what your supplier's capabilities are to meet those requirements is key. You're looking for a supplier who has a deep understanding of their supply chain. Where is that material coming from? How reliable is that supplier that you're sourcing it from? Many materials today come from all over the world, some of them from more challenging areas than others. So understanding the implications of a disruption, do you need to be thinking about strategic inventory levels? Do you need to be thinking about a second supplier? These are key considerations when thinking about the supplier and that relationship when you're sourcing your new supplier. Additionally, there are many regulations that are changing all the time. Many of the materials we provide into the industry today are hazardous and have very strict controls, both in the countries from which they're coming from, as well as the destinations to which they're being shipped. So having a key understanding of that is really important. And then finally, a consideration that I'm seeing more and more evidence of is identifying suppliers who potentially could localize close to the factory, close to the customer, being able to mitigate that risk of disruption to supply, as well as reducing cost and ensuring an on-time, efficient supply to the fab.
So if we have a reliable supply, what needs to happen at the quality level?
Well, once you've got that reliable supply, having a consistent quality in that material is absolutely key. It's one thing to have the material available, but if it's not consistent and within specification, it can be a real issue. So this again gets back to the understanding of that supply chain and understanding the material suppliers within that supply chain. What does that raw material look like? How consistent is it? Is it in control? Do you have controls within your factory where you're either purifying or packaging this material? So you look for a supplier who has a deep understanding again of the entire supply chain, has the necessary controls within their processes, and is able to respond to any changes in a proactive and consistent manner. Ultimately, customers are looking for material that is consistent and predictable every single day.
So earlier you talked about the regulatory requirements. What about the safety and environmental requirements?
Great question, and they're very closely related. Many of the materials that are used in the industry today are highly toxic and pyrophoric. And when thinking about a supplier, you want to identify a supplier who understands the risks associated with those materials. If there was an incident involving the uncontrolled release of those materials, it could have devastating impact on the people within the fab itself, as well as the potential for impacting surrounding communities and the environment. So having a supplier who understands that criticality, as well as has ownership of not only the material itself, but the delivery mechanisms that are used to deliver that material into the process is key. Having a supplier who truly owns the full supply chain, the safety, the quality, the reliability is key. And then finally, in the unlikely event that there was an incident at one of the facilities, having a supplier who has capability and expertise within the area, almost real time, to help mitigate and fight or prevent and manage an incident is key. So in summary, having a supplier who truly understands not only the quality and reliability, but the safety implications of that material, both on the fab and their surrounding communities and environment, is a critical consideration when selecting your new supplier.
Thank you so much, Neil. I really appreciate the time that you spent with me today. When I think about operational excellence, I am so very proud of Entegris' commitment to being a world-class material supplier.
Thank you, Sandrine. It's a pleasure, and I'm really, like you, very proud of everything we do every day and the team that we have at Entegris making a difference in the world that we all operate in. So thank you.